And so I know that I will be healed one day. So that's why I said, like, my story from that day was far from over. The dancing is far from done, because that story left it on a cliffhanger that, yes, the doctors told me that I would have less than 1% chance to ever walk again. But God reassured me that He is going to use this, and that He is going to use my faith, and that He is going to heal me. And when He heals me, that it's not going to be some doctor getting the credit. It's going to be Him and His miraculous power, that He is a miracle worker.
I love that mindset and I love that understanding. It is so deep. You know, there is this saying, if all were easy, if all were bright, where would the cross be? Where would the fight be? But in the last days, God gives to you chances of proving what He can do. This is awesome, I must confess. Now, I wanted you to take us through, you know, the journey through pains. Now, but before we get there, you woke up and you realized that, whatever has happened. But what was the emotions that went through your mind when you realized that as a dancer, and it has to do with, dancing is about your physique, is physical. What went through your mind when you woke up and realized that all has changed?
Um, Honestly, I was angry. I was very angry. I was not somebody that took it like a champ in the beginning. I would love to say that I embraced it, but I wasn't. I was mad. I was mad that my boyfriend was the one who turned left and he wasn't hurt. He wasn't the greatest guy, and I'm the one that got hurt. I was mad that my dreams got ripped from me in a blink of an eye, and there wasn't anything I could do about it. I was angry. And honestly, I was angry at God. At the time, I didn't understand. You know, the story has, unfolded over these years, where I get Him now. I get it, what He's doing, like what He used, and He had mercy for me back then. But like, I was angry at Him because a week before my car accident, I asked a friend, what would it take for me to get back to God the way I was before, when I felt Him, when I was dancing, before I left and walked away from Him? What would it take? And then when I got paralyzed, I literally thought, this is what it took? Are you serious? But it did. It did. That's what it took for me to, okay, God, let your will be done. What is your will? But that, back then, I was angry. It was, waking up and feeling like your body is now so heavy. Like, it felt like from the chest down, like I was nothing but a bunch of bricks. I had spider tingly like senses all through my legs, pain that, like, I woke up with neck pain that felt like somebody literally crushed my neck. I had to get shots, long cortisone shots on my birthday. Waking up and not being able to grip, hold something without it dropping out of my hands. It was like a death. It felt like a death, and I was not happy. I was very upset.
And your story is quite emotional, very, very emotional. And I see God is actually bringing healing to people through you. And I must commend you for making yourself available, to be a vessel unto use, a vessel unto honor as well. So before we left, you shared some few things that were quite touching. But this time, I just want us to, pay more specific attention to the journey through pains. We want to understand what was that hardest emotional battle that you have to face during those early days of the accident.
So, I have a broken family. And this all ties it in. There were family members that were the height of their addictions. People that were, didn't have work and laid off, and a mom that is also disabled. She had MS. And there were so many challenges around that I was like in for a head-on collision that mentally I I was I was drowning. I was drowning in it all. I had to move from our condo that we were in because I couldn't get upstairs to my bedroom. Um, I was very weak in my arms.